There are places on earth where history feels nervous to step, places where the stones speak louder than the books written about them, places so ancient even time seems confused, unsure where to begin. Some monuments tell stories, but some hide warnings. And on a lonely hill in Turkey, a temple rises from the dust, older than history itself, and far more dangerous to our understanding of the human past. Before we descend into this forgotten world, remember to subscribe to History Mind, so you never miss the mysteries that slip through the cracks of our past. Göbekli Tepe, a name that sounds quiet, but carries an echo older than civilization. 12,000 years ago, long before pyramids, long before writing, long before humans were supposed to know anything, someone built a temple on a hill. A temple so advanced, so precise, so impossible that it does not fit anywhere in the human timeline. Tonight, we travel into a chapter of history that was never rewritten, because it was never written at all. The bones of a forgotten world. In 1994, archaeologist Klaus Schmidt walked across a barren hill where farmers often ploughed their fields. To them, the stones poking from the ground were nothing, old gravestones maybe, or just rocks. But to Schmidt, they were fingerprints. He brushed aside a handful of soil, and a perfectly carved T-shaped pillar emerged taller than a man, carved with precision no hunter-gatherer was ever meant to possess. Soon, circle after circle appeared, each one older than anything humans were believed to be capable of. Göbekli Tepe wasn't a settlement. It wasn't a village. It was a monumental, sacred complex, the oldest temple in the world. But that wasn't the mystery. The mystery was this: who built it, and why did they bury it? The world before memory. To understand Göbekli Tepe, we must return to the edge of a dying ice age. The world was cold, the forests thick. Humans lived in small groups, wandering for survival, people with no metal tools, no architecture, no farms, just fire, bones, and fear. And yet somehow, these same humans carved megalithic pillars weighing 10 to 20 tons, aligned them with the stars, and created a sanctuary of knowledge far beyond their era. This wasn't a village. This was a gathering point, a pilgrimage site, a place where knowledge, or survival, was passed from one era to another. The circles of impossible stone. Each stone circle of Göbekli Tepe is a masterpiece. Towering T-shaped pillars, perfectly balanced architecture carvings of lions, foxes, snakes, vultures, astronomical symbolism, sacred geometry, intentional alignments with star paths. These carvings are not decorations, they're messages. Some show constellations, some show migrations of animals, some depict cosmic events, as if recording the sky. But one carving sends chills down the spine. A headless human, beneath symbols resembling a falling object, a memory, perhaps, of a disaster. Göbekli Tepe doesn't whisper religion. It screams remembrance. If you're still watching, you're one of the few who truly chase the forgotten truths of our world. Support History Mind by liking this video so these hidden chapters can reach more curious minds like yours. The falling sky. Around 10,950 BC, the Earth faced a terrifying event. Sudden climate collapse, mass extinctions, dust clouds blocking sunlight, widespread firestorms. Modern science calls it the Younger Dryas cataclysm. The ancients may have called it the day the sky broke. Göbekli Tepe's carvings match patterns of a comet strike, the exact timing of this global disaster. Were the builders survivors? People rebuilding after an apocalypse, carving their warnings into stone? Or were they the last generation of a civilization that vanished? Göbekli Tepe begins to feel less like a temple and more like a message. The builders who vanished. Here's the part that bends the mind. There are no houses around Göbekli Tepe, no tools, no graves, no signs of normal life. It's as if thousands came here only to build, worship, remember, and then disappear. Some call them prehistoric hunter-gatherers, but their work suggests astronomers, engineers, priests, or perhaps the last inheritors of knowledge older than memory. Myths across the world speak of teachers who came after a great flood, beings of light, gods from the sky, civilizers who rebuilt humanity. Were these myths born here, on this hill? The burial. The most disturbing truth: Göbekli Tepe was buried, deliberately. Millions of tons of soil moved by hand, layer by layer, carefully sealing every pillar, every carving, every circle. People buried the world's first temple, as if protecting something. But what? A secret, a memory, a warning. Göbekli Tepe feels like a time capsule, hidden for the future, for us, the stone memory. When you stand among the pillars of Göbekli Tepe, you feel it a silence too old to be quiet, a gaze too ancient to be human. This place should not exist, and because it exists, our understanding of human origins must change. Maybe Göbekli Tepe isn't the first chapter of civilization. Maybe it's the last chapter of a civilization we lost. A monument built not to begin history, but to remember a world that didn't survive. And the question that echoes across its stones is simple. What were they trying to make sure we never forget? If this journey into the forgotten past moved you, subscribe to History Mind and join us as we uncover the hidden stories buried beneath our world. Your support helps keep these ancient echoes alive.